In what ways do you feel, oh, I love this question. In what ways do you feel you are the continuation of me?
Oh, I love that. That's a great question.
When was a moment you knew that you could trust me and really open up?
I think definitely as an adult. I think that I wanted to have the bond we have now my whole life, but it was so hard when I was a kid because I was so lost and I was so confused. And it was hard to know you were on my side. That's something you used to say to me all the time when I was a kid. I'm on your side. I'm on your side. But I never heard you. You'd always remind me of your love for me, but I never understood it. I used to say, like, you hate me, you hate me. I saw so clearly as an adult what I couldn't see as a kid, and that is that you love me so deeply and wholeheartedly. My happiness was at the top of your priority list. Even if that meant you not making always the best decisions, you were trying. And so it allowed me to trust you and just feel like I could be fully open, fully vulnerable with you. And it just made me feel like really safe with you.
Yeah, and if I could answer that back, that question. So when I was your mother and you were, I'm going to say under 18, okay, I felt so responsible for you. Like, this is a human life that I'm responsible for.
Yeah.
And I was so on edge about that. I felt so anxious about it. Like, am I doing the right thing? And so I was constantly trying to fix things and do things. And I felt like I couldn't share a lot of that with you because I just had to put on this mother facade, you know, I'm your mother.
Yeah.
As soon as you got into college and especially out of college and started making your own way in the world, I just felt this huge release of responsibility. And I could just be me. I still feel, even now, I still feel like, okay, I'm her mom. There's certain things I'm not going to share.
Yeah.
But I feel like as time goes on, that lessens, you know?
Yeah. What are you hesitant to talk to me about and why?
Okay, so I'm a little hesitant to talk to you about why it was so hard for me to parent you when you were little.
Yeah.
I feel like when I go there, like the night at Miru, I'm going to hurt your feelings. I'm going to make you feel bad.
Yeah.
So, and I was being really vulnerable that night.
Yeah.
So I wasn't thinking about what I was saying. I was just talking. And then I felt so bad when you told me that it kind of hurt your feelings.
Yeah.
So I am hesitant to really be honest with you about what it was like for me when you were small. Yeah, I just felt like I wasn't doing anything right. So that was really hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really, really hard. And I think I made, instead of listening to my own instincts and gut feeling, which was hard to do because I didn't have a strong mother figure. So I didn't have...
You didn't have a mom. Your mom passed away when you were so young.
Right. So I'm so much of a fixer that I just decided to turn to professionals. But the fact that I turned to professionals, we made a lot of bad decisions.
I understand and relate to the childhood talk because even for me, like, it's hard to talk about some of the darkest times of my childhood because I know that you feel guilt just like I feel guilt.
Right.
And so if I'm just fully telling you how much it hurt me, the things you did, of course that's going to weigh on you. Just like you telling me, you know, how hard it was and, you know, being a mom to me, it was like a burden sometimes. Like those things are gonna, you know, they hurt the other person, but it's important to express them, but maybe just not to each other, like maybe in therapy. And
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, what's something I still don't fully understand about you and why do you think that is?
That's a hard one. What's something I feel like you don't fully understand about me? Sometimes maybe the way my mind thinks, how I see the world. I do think we're very similar, like in how we see the world, but we live in really different spaces in the world, you know? Like, I'm around so many different types of people, you know, the way I grew up, how curious I was about the world, how I literally have friends from, every different continent, every different racial background, friends from every different sector of the LGBTQ plus community. I have friends from every different religion, and so I get this really cool experience of talking to all these people. And I know you love coming around my friends because, like yesterday too, like you get to have these really deep conversations because you have such a open and inquisitive mind, that's one of the things I love so much about you, especially for being a white woman of your age, with the financial status that you're in. But I think because you are so interested in the world and humanity, and you are always paying attention through news outlets, etc., I have a different experience because I don't listen to the news. I talk to people. So sometimes it's hard to even though you are so open to understanding, we live in two different worlds in that aspect because
different generations.
Yeah. But I love that we talk about it all the time. And, we've really gotten to a place where I feel like we have a lot of respect for each other when talking about those things, where it wasn't always like that because I would just get angry or upset or, you don't fully understand this. But you've also become so open-minded too. So yeah, I think that's the only thing I can really think of. I feel like besides that, you understand me very well, even in the areas that we are different.
Yeah. Can I just answer my way?
Yeah.
Okay, answer the question Absolutely. This way. One thing I still don't fully understand is why at such a young age you started gravitating to the Black community. That will always be a curious thing for me. I almost feel like it was meant to be, like it was part of your journey.
Yeah, I think it's hard for me to understand too. I think when I was younger, obviously I was so misunderstood. And that was one of the darkest times of my life, 4th grade. I mean, I was being bullied.
It was.
Brutally.
Remember you didn't want to go to school?
Yeah, no. I was being bullied so brutally. And I was so misunderstood. And I think the people I met at the time who just so happened to be Black, especially, I mean, she impacted my life on a whole new level. Then she brought me around her family and her friends and her community. And I was just completely engulfed in love and support. And I felt so seen. And people that looked like me never saw me. I feel like I've always related to othered people because I was othered and ostracized
and I wasn't.
So much. Yeah.
So think about it. You were born to a mother who totally kind of fit the mold.
Yeah, you were skinny, you were popular, you were a hippie girl with long hair, you were white, you were tan, I
didn't have to worry.
Yeah.
Then I was exposed through you to this concept of, I need to find my people.
Yeah.
And my people aren't your people.
Yeah.
It's like this tribal thing kind of.
Yeah,
and it was so scary for me and for Dad.
Yeah, it was just very unknown for you. But I still, I don't know. I give you both a lot of credit because even at the time, as a kid, I gave you a hard time because you wouldn't let me, go to certain neighborhoods because you felt, it was unsafe
I was scared.
Or whatever. Yeah. I still do think to a certain degree you allowed me to explore. And I think for me, my experience, I would have been such a different human if I stayed in white, wealthy neighborhoods. I think that even my friends, they just are in awe of me a lot, of the empathy I have and the view of the world, how cultured I am because I have friends literally from all over the world. But I mean, I feel like my life experience, my childhood experience was a blessing for you too, because it completely opened your eyes and you're so empathetic now to people of all different backgrounds. And that's such a beautiful thing because there are so many people in your position, racially, financially, that would not even give a second thought to a person of color and what they go through, or an impoverished person or an oppressed person. If you don't know people in these communities, you don't know what is actually going on.
True.
And that's the problem.
True. Yeah, I made assumptions.
Yeah.
For sure.
When are you most concerned for me and why?
What am I?
When are you most concerned for me and why?
Concerned. When you call me and you're really sad, and you'll say, "I'm so lonely. I feel so alone." It used to be when you have panic attacks, but now luckily that's not happening anymore.
Yeah.
But now it's more, I feel so alone and I feel so sad. It's not really worry though. It's more that I want to fix it. I want to do something to take away your sadness. That for any parent, it's really hard, no matter how old your child is.
Yeah.
Just to feel you can't take away pain or help them in some way.
But you are helping me. That's what I want you to always see. Like, I'm so lonely. I'm so sad. I'm calling you crying, but I'm calling you.
Right.
Because literally just your presence and your ability to just listen to me and to just be, not fix it.
Well, that's what I have to remember, because sometimes I'll start saying, well, call this person, do
then
that,
you
do
stress
this.
me
And then
out.
you go,
Yeah.
Mom, take a breath.
Yeah.
Just listen to me.
I don't need you to be a fixer. I need you to just be support. I need you to be an ear. I just need your heart, your energy, the warmth you have as being my mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a really good lesson for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
So while I'm helping you, I'm learning something.
Hey, we're a two-way street.
I know. Oh, okay. What's the pain in me you wish you could heal, and why?
Oh. There's so much. Definitely your childhood. Losing your mom. That's something that, like, I feel. You know how they say, like, generational trauma?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel the pain of the loss of your mom. Losing her twice. I mean, for her first brain aneurysm, and then living with a different mom, and then losing her in your 20s permanently. Just like, you experience so much trauma at such a young age. And as the daughter of a mother, you don't realize that until you're an adult. As I got older, I was able to see you, not as my mom, but just as a human living in this world. And it allowed me to have a lot of empathy for you and understanding. And I think it changed my mindset. You know, that's when you go from like a kid to an adult, and you can have this more friendship relationship. And I always think about, these are the years you didn't get with your mom.
I was just going to say, I didn't have that.
Yeah. And I never took that for granted. I feel like I started to appreciate you more because I knew that we were having an experience that you never had. You know, we get to be adults together, like full formed past 25 adults, you know? And I think it just makes me look at you in such a different way. I'm able to see you as my mom, this comfort, this soft landing for me always. But then I also see you as this flawed human, which I think is really important. Like, there's this thing that's kind of going around social media you see sometimes, where people say, like, this is a moment where I realize my mom or my parents, this is their first time doing life. And you kind of had this epiphany of like, this is your first take of this, just like it's my first take. Yeah, there's a 30-year difference between us, but like, we're both doing this for the first time. Neither of us have had this experience before. And it allows you to just have so much. I wish I could understand that as a kid. And so I feel like it's allowed me to view you in a much more realistic way, and just have so much more empathy for you and understanding, and the ability to just see you for who you are outside of my mom. And I'm really grateful for that. I feel like it's made me love you even more and respect you even more. What does my love feel like?
Oh, gosh. Just in the last 5 years, I've noticed that you kind of take care of me. And part of me doesn't like it because I feel like, oh my God, like, how does she see me as like an old woman? What? She's got to help me cross the street, or she's got to help me with my bags, or she's got to help me. You know, sometimes I feel like, wait. Yeah. But honestly, I actually really love it.
Yeah.
Because I just feel taken care of. I feel like you just would do anything for me. That's what your love feels like. Like, you would be there for me no matter what. And it's something I'm so grateful for, that I feel sorry for my friends that don't have that with their daughters or sons.
Yeah.
Because it's just an awesome feeling to feel that from your adult child. That no matter what happens to me, I'll never be alone. So many people, when they get older, are alone.
You will never,
I'll never be alone.
Ever. You're moving in with me, girlfriend.
I know.
Literally.
Can I have that in writing?
Yes. I'll give it to you.
But it is. It's the best feeling, Dan.
Yeah.
It really is.
And just because I really want you to hear this, the reason I take care of you the way I do has absolutely nothing to do with your age and your ability in any way. It has to do with, I think, kind of what I was talking about earlier, where the older I get, the more clearly I see you. And I feel so grateful and almost like not indebted, because that's like the wrong word, but something like that, to you and Dad for just all you've done for me. So I always want to go above and beyond for you and Dad. It has nothing to do with your age. Trust me, I don't view you like that yet. Once you get 80, 90 and I start bathing you, then you can be like, oh my God, she's bathing me. Like I can't bathe myself anymore.
Is that ever really going to happen?
I don't think so, but if it does,
Maybe.
I will bathe you.
I know. You'll be the only one that will be allowed to do that. Okay, here's my last. Okay, in what ways do you feel, oh, I love this question. In what ways do you feel you are the continuation of me?
Oh, I love that. That's a great question. I hope to be the continuation of you. Like I feel honored and privileged to be the continuation of you. I feel like just the way I view you, the way I see you, your beauty and power in this world. If we had more people like you in this world, our world would be a better place. And I hope to carry on your optimism and your love and your vivacious energy, your enthusiasm for life and living life to the fullest and being so open-minded to where life can take you and trying new things and being an adventurer. And I feel so proud to be your daughter. I feel so lucky that you're my mom. I feel like it's not fair. Like I feel like, why can't everyone have a cake carbonari? Like it's not fair.
I feel that too.
Yeah.
For you.
And I just, I feel honored to carry on your legacy. I really do. And I'm going to make you proud always.
That's awesome. Love that.
I love you.
Love you.
So much. You're my favorite person in the world. Don't tell Nick or Dad.
I know. Yeah, right. I know. You're my favorite too.
If you enjoyed that conversation at the end, visit theskindeep.com/shop, where you'll find more of our products to create the space to explore the relationships that are most important to you.